Well, I haven't really been doing all that great recently as far as my trading goes. A string of losses, and some of them because of volatility in October. Some of them have been hard losses for me. Really cutting into the profits that I made early in the year. Earlier in the year, I strung together trade after trade after trade. Right up till October, I was doing fabulously, but this month has been a killer for me. I feel like I'm due to make some decent trades. The thing is, you're gonna I guess you're gonna have these cycles of wins and losses, and you just have to remember the times when you strung together all those wins and how you did it, and you just keep doing it. I got a few trades this morning. I'm not real hopeful about actually, but I feel like there's going to be a slight downturn in the market over the next 2 days, and there's a couple stocks that I picked out that had that formed the right patterns. So we'll look for them to pull back over the next 2 days and make a little bit of money. I'm really looking to time getting into some stocks long over the next couple days. All right, so the first trade to show you is is Gap. I got into this very late on Friday afternoon, trying to play this as a divergence. I saw it start to move down severely after 3 o'clock, and tried to make a bid short for it at 12.95. It just didn't happen. It just blew out, and I didn't feel like chasing it. It just the volatility of this market makes me scared a little bit, so I just left my bid in for 12.95, and then in the final half hour it came back and found 12.95, so I got into the position. This morning it opened up higher, but it's starting to fall back down. I'm kind of feeling like the market's going to pull back a little bit here over the next 2 days, so if that happens, this does fulfill out into a divergence, and we should see it at least come back down to I'm hoping the 12 range. If it goes back down to 12, I'll have a good profit there for a very short trade. And I'm really looking for just a short pullback at this point in time. Even though this is a divergence, I'm not really expecting a full pullback to this position. The next to show you is NetEase, and this one I might have to get out of. I got into it this morning with the idea that this was forming a bit of a channel kind of thing with a bounce off of this 23 kind of level. I'll let it play out. My stop is probably up around 23.50, I think. I got into it real quick early in the morning as it gave me an opportunity very close to the high. I thought it would be a worthwhile trade here on the daily. Doesn't look nearly as nice, and then you have this this divergence here. But I did it just in the idea that it was today would be a down day, and hopefully tomorrow as well. That the MACD would turn back down and we'd come back into the 21, and that would be a decent profit. And the final trade to show you is AT&T. This does have the divergence that I'd be looking for. Again, I'm looking for kind of a short-term trade. I got into it a little bit too early. When I watched it this morning, I was saying that it would be nice to short it at 27.50, and that would give me just under $1 of risk. And for some reason, I thought it would be best just to get in. I didn't wait any longer, and now I'm kind of regretting it as it's up to 27.60. And so I might, if it gets up here to 28, I might short it again at 28 with the idea that it will come back down, that it's just going to bounce off the top here and fulfill this divergence. If I short it again at 28, I'm going to have an extremely tight stop because I wouldn't want to make any more loss. But that's a way of me recovering some of my money on a formation that I'm fairly comfortable with an extremely tight stop.